Vince Gill has long been known as one of country music's most heartfelt voices, an artist whose songs seem to meet people exactly where they are. With more than 20 Grammy Awards and timeless tracks like Go Rest High on That Mountain, his music has become a source of comfort for generations. But behind the calm presence and gentle voice lies a life shaped by deeply personal experiences. Vince never built his career on spectacle or controversy. Instead, he earned respect through sincerity, musicianship, and emotional honesty. His songs feel lived in because they are. Over the decades, he has quietly woven his life's moments, both joyful and difficult, into his work, creating a connection with listeners that feels genuine and lasting, far beyond charts or accolades. A childhood marked by change. Growing up in Norman, Oklahoma, Vince's early life was rooted in family, music, and simplicity. His father encouraged his musical interests, often playing alongside him and nurturing his talent. But everything shifted when Vince was just a child, and his older brother experienced a life-altering accident. The impact of that moment stayed with the family for years, reshaping their daily lives in ways that were hard to express. For Vince, it meant growing up with a deeper awareness of life's fragility. While other children focused only on school and play, he began to notice the quieter emotions around him, the resilience of his parents, the unspoken sadness, and the strength it took to carry on. Those early experiences didn't break him, but they did shape the emotional depth that would later define his music. Music as a place to understand. As Vince grew into his teenage years, music became more than a passion. It became a way to process what he felt but couldn't always say. He spent hours practicing guitar, refining his voice, and learning how to tell stories through song. Influenced by both country and bluegrass traditions, he developed a style that balanced technical skill with emotional clarity. When he began performing, audiences quickly noticed something different about him. There was a quiet honesty in his delivery, a sense that he meant every word he sang. Unlike many performers chasing attention, Vince seemed focused on connection. Each note carried intention, and each lyric felt personal. Over time, this approach would become his signature, allowing him to stand out not by being louder, but by being more sincere. The road to recognition. Before becoming a solo star, Vince Gill built his reputation as a respected musician within the industry. His time with Pure Prairie League gave him valuable experience as both a singer and guitarist, helping him refine his sound. Even so, success didn't come instantly. His early solo projects received praise, but didn't immediately translate into widespread recognition. It was a period that tested his patience and belief in his own path. Instead of changing his style to fit trends, Vince stayed true to his instincts. That decision paid off when he released When I Call Your Name, a song that resonated deeply with listeners. Its emotional clarity and vulnerability set it apart, earning him his first major awards and establishing him as a leading voice in country music. Choosing his own path. One of the defining moments in Vince Gill's journey came when he was offered an opportunity that could have changed everything. Mark Knopfler invited him to join Dire Straits, one of the most successful bands in the world at the time. For many artists, it would have been an easy decision, but Vince chose differently. He turned down the offer, believing that his true path lay in telling his own stories through country music. It wasn't a simple choice. It meant walking away from immediate global exposure and financial security. Yet it reflected something essential about him, a commitment to authenticity. Looking back, that decision helped define his legacy. Instead of becoming part of someone else's story, Vince continued writing his own. Love, growth, and second chances. Vince Gill's personal life has also been a journey of growth and change. His relationship with Amy Grant brought both joy and public attention. When they eventually built a life together, it marked a new chapter rooted in shared understanding and mutual respect. Over time, their partnership has been defined not by headlines, but by quiet support and companionship. Like any long-term relationship, it has required patience, communication, and resilience. Through the years, Vince has often spoken about how much he values the stability and connection they've created. Their story reflects a broader theme in his life, the idea that growth doesn't come from perfection, but from learning, evolving, and choosing to move forward with honesty. Honoring legends with humility. In 2017, Vince stepped into an unexpected role when he joined Eagles for live performances, following the passing of Glenn Frey. It was a moment that carried both honor and responsibility. Rather than trying to replicate what had come before, Vince approached the role with humility, focusing on honoring the music and its legacy. His ability to blend seamlessly into the band's sound impressed both audiences and fellow musicians. It showed not only his technical skill, but also his respect for collaboration. For Vince, it wasn't about stepping into the spotlight, it was about contributing meaningfully to something larger than himself. That mindset has remained consistent throughout his career. Strength in life's difficult moments. Life has continued to present challenges, including moments that tested Vince's strength and perspective. When Amy Grant faced serious health issues, Vince stepped back from his professional commitments to focus on supporting her. His response reflected the same values that define his music: care, loyalty, and presence. In interviews, he has spoken about how these experiences deepened his understanding of what truly matters. Success, awards, and recognition all take a different meaning when viewed through the lens of personal relationships. For Vince, being there for the people he loves has always taken priority. These moments, while difficult, have also reinforced the quiet resilience that has guided him throughout his life. A legacy. Built on truth today, Vince Gill continues to create music with the same sincerity that defined his early work. He is no longer focused on chasing trends or commercial success. Instead, he writes songs that reflect where he is in life: thoughtful, reflective, and deeply human. His later work carries a sense of calm confidence, shaped by years of experience and self-understanding. Vince's legacy isn't just about awards or hit songs. It's about the emotional connection he has built with his audience. He has shown that music doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes the quietest voices carry the deepest truths. And through it all, Vince Gill remains exactly who he set out to be: an artist guided by honesty, heart, and a lifelong love of music.